important issue. Let's get connected to Sadiq Ibrahim to hear his own opinion on the election, the pre, during, and of course post-election. What actually are the lessons learned, so that going forward the states and the electors will learn a lesson. There are a lot of things that have happened, but by the time we actually have Sadiq Ibrahim to discuss, we bring out so many issues. And don't forget that this is a phone-in participatory program where you have the opportunity to come in and make your own comment and contribution. And to do that, you can follow. You can call us via our telephone line 09138579001. And you can as well follow us on our Facebook page at Badeggi Radio 90.1 MHFM to make your comment and contribution. And on our YouTube channel, you can follow us at Badeggi Radio 90.1 TV. Subscribe to the channel, comment and like, so you will have more and more of our programs. So these are some of the platforms we made available for you to follow the program. So let's dive into the issue as we are trying to connect to Sadiq Ibrahim. His network is not too friendly, but we Hello, good morning, sir. Hello, good morning, sir. Good morning. Can you please introduce yourself to the listeners? Yes, I think relatively for now, let's see if it's going to be okay. By the time we engage the discussion, we'll get to find out whether the network is stable at your own position now. So can you please introduce yourself to the public, to the listeners? Sorry.
My name is Ibrahim. Thank you for having me this morning on this very critical issue of the good government election. I listened to your introduction, and I think it is something that we need to all look together for the future, because we are always looking for a better future, and better future starts who we elect, if actually we elect, or who we select to represent us.
Okay, the Niger State local government chairmanship and councillorship election has come and gone, and it came with different faces. So I don't know from which angle we are we going to look at it. There are a lot of issues. We have pre-election issues and we have post-election issues. All these one are history, but we want to look at them. Now, what are the lessons learned from this just concluded local government election in Niger State? Let's begin from there.
Yes, I think there are a lot of lessons. There are a lot of lessons because there is nothing of this magnitude. Talking about local government election, that the floated level of governance to the grassroots. So definitely there are a lot of lessons, and we will try to track seriously this.
Okay.
We try to transfer a position into three places: pre, on during, and after. So I think we are in after now. This is the review. But before we can get to the after, we have to look at what happened at the beginning. At the beginning, immediately the INEC officials were brought on board. They were complaining here and there that the chairman of the commission state that he is not independent because he has been a party carrying member of APC, the new party carrying member of APC. So whether before that time he resigned this thing, this is what we don't know. But what is expected and what the law says is that you are going to pick maybe in his own life, to a very large extent, he has not participated. He has not known to be a practically member of any political party. So that is going to pretend over. And moving from there, before the election, you see, there was this lackadaisical attitude coming from all angles of those who are going to participate in the election. At a certain point in time, I was asking myself that is this election still coming up? Both the party in power and the opposition party were not even, they didn't even look as if they were going to be and turn.
I think at this point you will have to change. You have to reposition yourself because of the network. You know, okay, go ahead. Loud and clear.
You discover when I passed through their office, even 1 month to that time election, you see that place was still quite except for this meeting. So I think it was like people just gave up and said, look, this election, local government election, whatever we do, the ruling party will declare everything, so that does not even disturb ourselves. Even those who are to conduct the election too were virtually not very visible. And maybe I guess that maybe they did not get money on time. Let me leave that. I don't know. You can even conclude this from the time even the ruling party itself, maybe a week or some days to election, that was when they flagged off their attack. So, which is still part of evidence that, whatever happens, they are likely going to be there. So, and all these things, and some political parties, the opposition parties themselves, were like giving up that, look, don't need to waste our money, don't need to waste our resources. Maybe at the time, some of them have to run to go and register, and then maybe that's why some of them register to do the deadline. So, and there's a particular local government, the situation here and there, a particular local government, Taiporo, that has two chairmen, two vice chairmen, from the same political party, and I think one of them went to court. I don't know whether it was properly resolved or whether that has been resolved. And which means that at that point, the party could not manage the consensus at that level. And you discover that the APC used consensus to nominate their candidate too. And this equally did not go down well with some people who feel they are more popular than the candidate nominated or selected. So I think these are some of the things that came up before the election. Well, on the election day, in particular, the starting point was that for particularly doing a self-volunteer service to know, as a public affairs analyst, to know exactly what was happening. So I volunteered myself to go around, just use leg to, since it was allowed without any particular identification, to actually, without being an official, to see, trend down and find out exactly what was happening without even people having to know who the person is. So, and when I went around, I discovered that election did not start very early enough. It did not start very enough in some places, like in this area of Tunga, where I checked. from almost cover Tunga area up to Mandela side, up to custom, just seeing what was going around. And at a certain point, it was like there was not going to be an election at all because material, the electoral officers were not on ground. I mean, there was no sign that it was going to take place until maybe around 10, 11, when you started seeing some of those electoral officers and their material coming. You discover that political parties who have people trying contesting for the election, who have candidates for the election, were eager and they came out very very early to come and fight exercise right. There's their franchise. So this hello?
Am I tweaking?
Hello? I can hear you. Go ahead. I can hear.
Hello, there is no featuring in competing with my voice here. I don't know.
Okay.
So yes. So what happened was that the election was like the umpire were not very prepared. The logistic was a challenge to them. They couldn't get to their various places. And if Chanchaga, that I mean, if what's it called, Chanchaga, and too close to them, I mean, they couldn't get the material deliver the material. I think you reasonably count that one as a challenge. Thing is that during the election, in various places, they were complaining of late arrival or non-arrival of material. There are even people who said that election did not even hold in their place. And results were announced. These are all over the media. I think one of the major things is that in all this, I have seen that no matter how we pretend about this election, as far as local government election is concerned, until the National Electoral Commission, Independent Electoral Commission, that's INEC, take over the election, the conducting of the election of the local government, we are still going to be where we are. Because all these complaints will come up, all these things will come up. It just look like what we have done is just to fulfill all righteousness, and we have fulfilled that all righteousness by conducting the election.
All right, so let me interject now, Sadiq Ibrahim. Before this election, there had been a kind of talk about vote buying, and sometimes in this country it has been alleged that some powerful players in the APC have said that one of the mechanism they are going to use to get re-election in 2027 is that they are going to weaponize hunger and of course give 2,000 naira, particularly the northern part of the country, to vote against their wish. And many have said that that will not work because of the prevailing situation, talking about the hunger, the insecurity, the backwardness that have actually been so alarming in the country. Now, many see this local government election in Niger as a kind of an avenue to test run that, and it has actually played out because the issue of vote buying was so rampant. Media have carried it, so there are visibly people on ground buying votes. So how do you see people now having a change in their political culture, because vote buying is one thing that has been in the political arena for quite very long? Do you see people changing this narration come 2027?
Well, I don't want to make a prediction. I don't really know because no, I'm not. I would say I'm not a soothsayer. But if what I'm seeing on ground
if what I'm seeing on ground is what is going to play out, and what has happened in the past is what's going to play out, then the issue of vote buying have their own candidate. So I think these are things that have become part of our national culture, where the candidates have confidence that, look, with their money in hand, they can buy our way to power. And this is what we have been seeing both at national level, at state level, at local government elections. So these have been happening. But unfortunately, one would have been expecting that the electorate should be wiser. They should be wiser in collecting 400 naira or 2,000 naira that will cover 4 years, which means even if it is 4,000 naira, what you have done, you have sold your right for 1,000 naira per year. So when you see whether weaponizing hunger or not, election with or without election, people are managing themselves until the civil society, the media, the front realm of democracy, which is the media institution, until they look at this very vigorously and see how they can work on it. I don't see it whether people will not take advantage of hunger, will not take advantage of all these sentiments that will play religion, tribe, and what have you to win election. It is unfortunate that the electorate are not learning anything. Maybe people will have to take up that job starting now, to start creating awareness. And when we are looking at it, we should now be looking at who is contesting. It's not even political party now. Who exactly is contesting? Because as far as I'm concerned, we don't have political parties in Nigeria. As far as I'm concerned, we only have political people who are political merchants, and they get their money to go to the market, and they look for whom they can buy over to go back to their business.
Okay, so
that's exactly what they are doing.
Okay, so let's hold your breath for now. Temporarily, we want to go for news flash, and when we come back, we'll look at one very more important issue before we take you to the phone live. Please stay and don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Somebody just left me a voicemail, so I guess I'll never know what they called about.
90.1 FM.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let the non-stop music go.
The People's Radio.
Good morning and welcome to Badeggi Radio News Flash. Federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to safeguarding the lives and property of citizens as it highlighted recent successes recorded in the ongoing onslaught against terrorist and criminal elements. Media Rights Agenda MRA has accused Nigerian security and law enforcement agencies of turning against the very people they are mandated to protect, journalists, in what it described as a disturbing trend of state-sponsored repression. Nigeria Labour Congress NLC has decried the worsening state of Nigeria's democracy, lamenting that the country's electoral process has been hijacked by a privileged few who have turned votes into commodities for trade. And that's the news flash. Thank you for listening, and do stay tuned by 12 noon for the full bulletin.
Badeggi Radio, FM 90.1 megahertz. Live from uphill of Mina City. World affairs at your fingertips. Listen to international analysts from world-class think tanks.
Listeners, you're welcome back to your favorite program, the Badeggi Radio Link here. Of course, this morning we are looking at the aftermath of the local government election in Niger State. The experiences both in different phases. We're looking at the pre, during, and after the election. Some of the experiences that are worthy of learning. So we are having Sadiq Ibrahim, who is actually talking us through. Now, Sadiq Ibrahim, because of time, we will want to dive into another very important issue, but I think we will have to do that discussion for.
Am I tweaking?
Hello. Hello.
Which one, Papa? I'm with you.
Yes, good.
Yes, I'm with you.
Now there are some ugly incidents that happen during the election. How will you look at that? How would that serve as a lesson? We cannot deny saying it because it has actually happened. It's there in the media. You know, after the election, the convoy of the governor of Niger State was being attacked, and INEC office in NASCO was burnt down. A lot of unreported cases are there, but let's look at these very issues. Niger State is not known for this type of violence, demonstration. People revolted against the governor, so to speak, because they attack his convoy. Attacking your convoy is as if they attack you directly, and people attack INEC officials to the extent of burning down the office. What did you make of this, and how will this serve as a lesson? How did you get to this type of violent demonstration in Niger State?
Thank you. Before I quickly rush to the question you asked me, this particular one, I want to conclude where I was coming from because of the issue of vote buying. To the extent that, as at now, everybody has concluded that, well, whatever we do is not going to count because the party in power already had that money that they will use in buying over everybody. My experiences when I was going around is that, particularly in this local government election, even some of the electorate were saying that they never give me my own. Oh. Have you collected your own? So how much are they sharing? They have not given me my own. They were saying it too. I mean, it was like a common thing. I think we must find a way of changing this scenario. Otherwise, we will continue to lament in this manner that the people that were actually asked or elected or selected to go and represent us are not doing it well. I will not have right to complain. That amount of money, even if they give you 10,000 naira, cannot last you for a year, cannot last you for even 1 week, given the economic situation. Why not hold your stomach and do the right thing? Thank you.
Now,
so coming back,
go ahead.
Yes. Coming back to what you said happened.
Yes.
There were crises here and during the election, even before the election, there were crises here. There were even, I think, in Chantaga local government, there was reported cases during the sharing of electoral.
But the intervention of the security, who actually, cut away the electoral materials to Central Police Station for own distribution. The following many actually, doused the tension and prevented that ugly incident. But in Salka, INEC office was being razed down, and materials were being burnt down. And I want you to juxtapose all this in with the attack of the convoy of the governor.
Yes. You see all these things happening. They are not. Well, when you look at it in totality, some people are transferring aggression. It is mere transferring aggression. Some of these hoodlums are on drugs. Some of them are transferring what happened during the nomination or primary election. Some of them are expressing the issue that their political party or their person is not being allowed to actively participate the way they have done. So this is some total of it, and maybe the party in power want to equally use its muscle to do certain things too. So these are things that came up as to the total of which that created that challenges. But coming back to the attack of the governor, it is unfortunate that it happened. I think this maybe the second time they will attack a governor in Niger State, if I may correct. There was this time when former governor Abulolo, when during rainy season, when the rain spoiled almost all the road, that it was not passable. They had to pass through what is it called? This through Paikoro area. When the youth there were stoning him, were bullying him and all this thing because of the bad road and people could not. But it was not so. This one, because of from information available to me, two things, and out of that two things, one was particular. The particular one is what I will give emphasis on, because the election itself, I don't think that the most of the boys who attack the governors, I can tell you that substantial part of them are said to be APC members of APC, members of APC. And what happened was that what I was made to understand is that the governor was sharing money to people, and some of them could not get. Some of them who couldn't get, said that well, they have to possibly attack the governor. But what is there is that, well, I want to say too again that, attacking governor is not the best thing to have done, because the governor has all the instruments of coercion to have suppressed those people who did it. Because the security and everybody there, we have resulted into shooting, and by now you have heard that maybe a lot of people have died. But the main issue is the governor. The governor has become has been used to spray money, giving asking people to gather, because one time I was passing through the government house, I saw a very large crowd, women with children and everybody. I was asking myself what was happening. They said the governor was sharing money. So, and it took some days before that crowd, when maybe when he traveled, when they land, he traveled, and that was when he left that place. So, as a governor, I don't think that sharing money, if you want to share, if you are so sympathetic, you want to share money to your people because of poverty that was even visited on them, because the poverty is visited on them. Then if you want to share money to them as a way of sympathizing with them, I think there should be a very decent way, a more decent way of doing it. Not as a governor, physically doing it. I mean, it looks ridiculous. I mean, that it's only maybe the people I see doing this kind of thing, sharing money in a manner, in this reckless manner, is Yahoo boys, maybe those drug barons who have made a lot of money. They don't need to what to do with the money. Yahoo boys that are doing it for spiritual purpose. And as a governor, you have various means of empowering your people. It's not when you give them physical cash. There are various ways of empowering them. So when you don't do that, and you have this massive youth who, even what you are sharing, they look at it as golden, and they could not get out of it. Definitely, some of them will be aggrieved to have done what they do, which is, of course, we have said is not the best thing to have to have done. I believe that the governor should change this style, because I thought he has changed from that style where I did. The another governor that was doing this before was governor of Kogi State. The governor Yahya Bello, former governor of Kogi State, he was doing similar thing until a day he nearly fell from a vehicle because he didn't know why he was busy sharing this thing. I think he had a little fracture or something, a little strain. While he was busy, he didn't know that the vehicle was already about to move and this thing. So as a governor, you have many ways of empowering your people, and that's the purpose of which you have been elected. That's the purpose why you seek for election, to provide succor for your people, to ensure that you, according to the constitution, the welfare of your people, the security of your people, and the security and welfare will be a primary concern of you. And in doing that, you have to enhance their economic power. In enhancing their economic power, it is something that will sustain them. It's not just 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 that they will spend there and then. So I think, as far as I'm concerned, that is not even the best thing to do. And well, Dr. Bala Usman of blessed memory said one thing. When Abiola was donating money here and there, Abiola was donating money all over the country then. The question he asked is that whose money was Abiola donating? So I think, so whose money, he had that question. Whose money is Abiola donating? Then we have to ask that question now. Whose money is the governor distributing? So if it is the public money, then there should be a more decent way of distributing it. If it is your own personal money, I think it is equally, as a governor, a decorum. There is something as a governor you do as a personality of public interest that is become information. If somebody like me go around and start sharing money and giving money to people, people will not even bother. No news people will even look at it. No person will cover it. But as a governor, even when you urinate, your vehicle, your car will stop and urinate, the media will carry it. So not to talk about this kind of thing that actually, to me, it is I mean, the governor's handler, those who are handling him, should appeal to him so that it could not deteriorate. We are even lucky. It happened in Zone A, where the governor comes from. If it has happened in Zone C or Zone B, they have even say it is the political opponents that have. They will even be calling names now of opposition that do that kind of a thing. So we have to be careful. When you are given a position of responsibility, we are given a position of trust, we are given a position that Amana or yes, we are given a position. Your responsibility is to live up to that responsibility. So that, because all these positions you hold, that's why it is tenure. 4 years, or second 4 years. What you do in the first year will make you to get the second year, even without vote buying. So what is there is that you have to, as a governor, make sure that there is something you do as a decorum. If it is something you are doing before, you know that your position have gone far more than that. Right. That whatever you do, the local media, the national media and international media will carry it immediately, and that will not be good for his personality and Niger State as a state. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Sadiq Ibrahim, for your time. We really appreciate it. Yes. Yes, well, that has been Sadiq Ibrahim. So it's now about time for us to open the phone line for you to equally come in and tell us what you feel the aftermath of the local government election in Niger State is, what you are looking. Let's take it to the phone, then we'll come back and take some of the Facebook messages. Let's see who is our first caller for the day. Hello.
Morning. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Masha Allah, kana tare da Isa Garba na bakin custom.
Okay.
Matsalar Najeriya mu ci gaba da ba shugabannin mu shawara da masu kuɗi a ƙasar nan hanyoyin da ya kamata a bi a warkar da matsalar ƙasar nan. Ta ɓangaren noma da kiwo, kirkira da sauran ababe, duk arzikin da muke da shi a ƙasar nan. A rika jawo hankalin su hanyoyin da za su bi kawai a warke. Ina ga babban matsalar ƙasar ga rashin aiki yi ga matasa. Babban takuran matsalar ga kenan. Rashin ayyuka yi. Kuma akwai su da dama waɗanda za a kirkiro su. Gwamnati doka zai sa in mutum na da karfin da zai bude wani kamfani ya kamata ya yi, ko na noma ko na kiwo ko na kirkira.
Good. 091385790001 is number to call and join the conversation. We are looking at the aftermath of a local government election in Niger State, the experience land. Hello.
Am I tweaking?
Good morning, Usman Apaya.
Good morning.
Yes, I still remain Comrade Ahmed calling in from 123 quarters.
Yes, Ahmed, you're welcome to
Sadiq Ibrahim said it all. Usman Apaya, we are also witness to this so-called election. I've never seen a worsening local government election that was done in Niger State. Because nevertheless, just the way he said it, mostly I think we witnessed voter apathy. Then secondly, there was vote buying excessively, vote transfer in cash. Then nevertheless, just the way I said it earlier this morning, if I were the state INEC chairman, I will, by now I ought to tender my resignation to the former governor immediately. Because this is the same empire who came out to the various media houses and told Nigerians that all what it takes to run this local government election has been set. Just for us to go to the polling units and for some by around 2, 3, or 12, some polling units, in fact, the INEC officials and the materials were not there. And the worst of the worst, ballot paper, this so-called ballot paper, they couldn't provide it to our own standard, to our own money. So I think we have skirmishes. So Sadiq Ibrahim said it also, we need to amend and then we see where we can do well again in the various election coming. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. 091385790001. You can as well post your comment on our Facebook page as you're following us, so we could read them here. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Osman Apaya.
Good morning, sir.
This is Mr. Tony calling from me now.
Yeah, you're welcome to.
Welcome for this issue of local government election. In fact, they conducted the election, but it was in a different form. Our politicians should stop this issue of using money to buy votes. So sharing money in the day of voting. It's taking us back. Because we should continue like this. No, if you don't have money, you cannot come out to contest for anything. So that is the issue. We should stop and come to the issue of our governor sharing money. In fact, even I myself, I say if I could have my way, it will send a message to him. It will be a better. But we should have a routine of sharing that money. Like as he went to Bida, there's a place, this issue of a Badeggi rice and whatever. If we can build it back, build it up, and we will have a boys, youth that will work there. It is in a Bida here. There's a golden pot or something like that, and a plate they used to produce the ancient this thing. They can, refine that particular what they are making there, having them a company that can utilize it to a better one. You to have work to do there. 3, please note that I started in Mina here. It should not wait until when it comes to second tenor. Even if you finish this road as this first tenor, in fact, his name will be written in a golden book. If you not use it and you do politics, that money that they're sharing is just to, it's not proper. You don't use that money and do something that in 100 years to come, his name will be ringing. He will still be speaking about you. That is my own advice.
Thank you very much. 091385790001 is the number to call. We are looking at the aftermath of local government election in Niger State. The experience is the lessons learned. What are the experience and what are the lessons learned going forward, so that subsequent election, some of the flaws, we don't repeat them. Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, sir.
Fantastic, Lavia.
Lavia, hello, sir.
This is Ambassador Nasir calling you.
Oh, Nas, Babambutu.
Yeah, Kwana Visa.
We thank God.
So, in the issue of these local government elections, me, on my own understanding, the Kuma way then the analyzing the way things happened, that issue of His Excellency addressing the masses, Chewa, to casting votes. Gaba daya my APC for the vote he has for him. That is for the vote they have for him. That is the only way Shima zai san cewa mutanen bidda suna san shi. Kana ji, whoever knows cewa kowane zuwan His Excellency bidda, he always gives money.
then even if you have intent of doing something else, that would motivate you to go and do another thing. And however, this is an indirect vote buying. In my own opinion, it is an indirect vote buying. And the agitation they have on Sunday, is because some people on their own, I'm from Bida, some people on their own felt this indirect vote buying was because of everything. They saw on this election issue. That aside, on another aspect, I wanted to chip in something earlier. Namanta, Usman Apa, if you remember, ni da kai haka muke ta wahala neman ruwa a play out. Za mu ɗauki bucket mu zuba a kanmu, mun ɗibi ruwa to the extent ɗin da tsakiyar kanmu sai ka ga alama cewa gashi are not much compared to the other side of the head. Usman Apa, you can testify on this.
Of course, 100.
And this magana ga da nake faɗa is more than 25 years now.
It's true.
Ko ka manta fa ba mu shiga jami'a ba.
Sosai.
More than 25 years today. Ko mu zo ta gidan ku mu nemi ruwa ko kuma ku ku hawo wurin mu nemi ruwa. Muna tafiya har zuwa kusa da family house don su shi ma is excellent.
Of course, yes.
To me kuma this little money da ake kashewa 100 million, 50 million, 150, 200 million for people, only in the name of sharing. Usman Apaya, they can improvise for little water getting machines or solar way. Ko every out, Umar Apaya na ga maka, mu fara ma daga gida. Now every out in the Shima Excellency can be proud of today, Chewa, his own father's house is there. I improvise, I say I cash 100 million naira. That's how much the ruwa I play out. Kowane gida ya samu pipe ya ja ruwa ka gida shi. Many things are wrong.
Yes, many
but
things.
My prayer dey Allah dey nuna mana way out.
Amen.
And lastly, if you na magana election da kaga ya faru na nan Niger and nobody is saying anything about it. Wallahi mu youth ne. Wallahi pa mu youth ne. I'm very sorry kada a ce ina ɗaukar much time or through. I could remember back in the day in my own constituency a bit that where I hail from, Bida South. Lokacin da ake ta PDP, akwai wanda ya fito yana neman zaɓe na member House of Assembly, Honorable Bala Faruk. Did you tell with me? Kanaji and elders were against him then. Youth came out unanimously a 7 wards in the muke da shi a bigger South constituency. Aka yi agree, okay, this is our candidate, let's do the needful. Wallahi, small pioneer, I'm telling you today. Muna ta challenging iyayenmu a polling unit. Ba wa challenge din su cewa mu muna nuna na masu wayo bane. They will talk to us, mu je mu yi PDP, I will tell them yes, za mu je mu yi PDP, kuma mu je mu yi CPT. And Bala Faruk won. When Bala Faruk won the election and came as member House of Assembly, I stand to be corrected today. If you can stand for this kind of thing, then may yanzu ba za mu yi ba. Ka duba wannan maganar da nake is barely about 15 to 20 years back. Yanzu ba mu kai ga lokacin da za a ce mu yi wayo ba. Za a zo ana ba mu peanuts 10,000, 5,000 a zo ana gudu.
Yes, let us. I have to hold your breath here. Sorry, thank you very much for
Thank you very much.
Contribution.
Thank you.
Yes, I think it's a very, very nice one. All those things he's saying is something, it's a friend, yeah. We've been together for quite very long, and this, I can give the testimony of most of the things he has said, virtually all the things he has said. Let's take one more. Hello.
Good morning, Usman Apaya. My name is Ambassador Gebu the Challenger.
Yes, here we are.
I'm calling you from Tudun Fulani.
Yes.
Pertaining this last chairmanship and councillorship election, seriously speaking, let's tell each other the truth. INEC commissioner really have to step up and do the needful in this aspect. There are some things that really need to be upgraded. Usman Apaya, you are aware, you know much better than I do. They said they are going to employ 10,000 ACOS staff. But there are some polling units, they have opened the line now. Many callers are calling on that day. They are complaining that in their polling units, the staff have not come. There are some polling units that election did not take place because no adult staff. Why is it like that? After they might have assured Niger like that, you understand, they are going to provide all these things. Then secondly, logistics. Many people are complaining, they called that day that, you understand, these people that are conducting the election, they did not come in time. Why? Then my last point goes like this. They assure Niger that it's going to be free and fair. But there are some polling units that, you understand, they took 50 thumbprint.
Well, I'm afraid also we'll have to stop you here because we want to take 2 messages here, 3 messages so that we can wrap off the program. We have a blessing from our Facebook page. We have blessing Unu Kwabe said, "Good morning, my people radio." Thank you. Mohammed Hassan said, "Good morning, Badeggi radio." Bala Benu Etugo said, "Good morning, Mr. Usman Apaya and Ebile. The attack on the governor's convoy should send a stint message to Mr. Governor. Here, people are not actually telling him the truth. People are not happy with this style of leadership. Just concluded election, local government election is a shame on the state. Electoral empires were fully political, which is unfortunate. Yes, it's unfortunate. May Allah may we be guided by Allah. Thank you very much. I say he's watching from Imani City, Barikin Sadi. Thank you very much. Well, I think it's with this we will have to draw the curtains for today on this program. We sincerely like to thank our listeners for taking your time to listen to this very wonderful program as always, and for those of you following us via our social media handles, talking about Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp and the like, we want to appreciate you for having the data to always follow us at that end. Thank you very much, and from all of us here, for all who have actually made this program a successful, talking about Ibile and Mr. John and everybody here, I am Usman Apaya. Thank you for listening. God bless you and goodbye for now.